Alright guys, back with another video. This time I wanted to show you what I've been up to. I was actually out of town. I went to Dallas, south of Fort Worth, to pick up this fender, or not fender, rear quarter panel. And this is from an SC. This is actually an original Porsche quarter panel from a body shop. They were actually not a body shop, a VW dealer, and they had a customer that they did work for had a Porsche, and he was going to get this quarter panel put on his car, but ended up not using it, and so it kind of just sat in their shop for a while. They wouldn't take it. I guess they couldn't return it somehow. So the guy that worked there, he just took it and sold it to me. Got a pretty decent deal on it, but I did have to drive. It was about 7 hours. So I don't know if any of you guys are crazy enough like that as me to drive that long just for a part. He didn't really want to ship it, so. And there was another buyer that was kind of interested in it, so I was like, well, I'll just come pick it up if you'll sell it to me. And so he agreed. You can see the difference between this. This is a 73 through 77 G body mid-year, and you can see there's not a whole lot of flare there, especially coming to the front here. Not much there. You come back, it gets a little bit, but not. If you look down here, there's a little bit there, but then you go to this one and you really can see it's a little bit more pronounced. So I do have the proper flare for this one coming maybe tomorrow. Oh yes, I have a package here. It's like Christmas in May here. Alright, check it out. Instead of it's actually not a sunroof, it's used to close up the hole where the sunroof was. That way you can make it a hardtop. And that's kind of what I want to do. I don't really need a sunroof. It's just another place for a car to leak, for me, in my opinion. But it's got a flange all the way around it, so that's. I don't know if you can tell how it's beveled there. So that way you can set it up in there. And this is the lip. I guess you can spot weld around it. So I'm excited about that. I guess what we need to do now is get this the rest of this quarter panel off. I cut it. Actually, I'm sorry. There was the fiberglass was on here. Got that off, and I cut some of it off, but then over here I drilled out the spot welds that went around, and I guess I'm going to attempt to replace all this too, even though it doesn't really need it. But I don't know. I'm gonna see because like at the top here you have this drip rail. And the metal is like this. All right, it's just like an L, but you need to fold it over like this is, so it's flush like that. And so I don't really know what is a good way to do that, because I don't know if there's a certain tool that I need in order to get a nice clean fold. So I'm gonna have to do some research on that before I. Alright guys, I'm back at it on the 911. I wanted to just show you a little bit of progress that I made. Took got the remaining off of this the rear quarter that was on here. It goes up to here. I think I need to do a little bit more work there, but got it cut off right here. Got all the scrap. And then this line right here, I cut it because it's advised that this is like a pinch. It's like a pinch seam right here. And it joins together this piece of metal and the quarter panel. And the quarter panel metal folds over and it's pinching on here. And it's almost impossible to get it to look good if you were to take this off and redo it. So instead of, because on the new quarter panel it actually has the fold here, but then you got to complete that pinch, and I don't have the right tool to do that in order to make it look right. See how clean this is right here? So I'm just going to, all this metal right here is perfectly fine. So I just cut it right here all the way down, and what I'll do is I'll just butt weld the quarter panel to that piece right there, and then I'll do the spot welds on all the rest of this. I'm in the process of taking this off. This is the outer part of the quarter panel window frame, and it goes up here, and I guess I'll just cut it right here and leave this as well, because like I said, all this is perfectly fine. The lower portion is the one that takes the beating because of the water comes down. This right here, this is all hardly gets exposed to any type of weathering, but you know, it has all this, it has all that. So what I'm going to do, and including the door where the door striker goes, so I'm going to remove all of this. I've already went ahead and removed the striker, and this was cut right here. I guess I observed the type of rust that was in here, and there is some rust right there I need to fix. Luckily the quarter panel, it comes to about right here. So all this right here, even all this right here, that's all going to get replaced by the new quarter panel. So that works out good for me. Update on the sunroof. This is an aftermarket sunroof, I figured out. I ordered the panel, as you saw on the, and it fit this 964 panel just fine. So that's a sunroof panel from a 964. This is the sunroof panel that was on this car, and it is not as wide this way, and not as long as the 964. No, I'm sorry, backwards. This is actually wider than the 964. I don't know if you could tell just by looking at it right there. It's just a little bit, like a couple inches, not a whole lot, but and the radius of the turns here is a lot bigger on the 964, and in all the 911s. I say 964. That's because that panel I had, I was able to lay it up against the delete panel that I got from Pelican, and I guess they outsourced to Renline. So normally it would have worked, but this hole is an aftermarket and it does not fit anything. So my plan is, right now I'm going to actually try to custom make a panel. So yeah, that's going to be extra fun. A little bit more time than I was wanting to put into it, but I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, because I don't have the sunroof to put it back, and I need to fill the hole with something, because as you can see, the original sunroof, it was very badly rusted. So I kept this anyways. I was able to go back and keep this so I can look at the bend here. It's just got a little bit of a bend, and probably just a little bit of one right here, but probably not much that you can see. But so I'm gonna have to invest in an English wheel and a flange, whatever tool that you can actually get a handheld one and just go around, not on this, but like if you was to take the piece of metal, and that you can go around and punch it like this, go on down and make a little flange. And it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna spot weld it first, and then I'm gonna seam weld it to where it'll just be all metal, and then I'll grind it down and hopefully get close to where I'll have to use minimal body filler. So that's that. And oh yes, also bought this SC flare right here off of eBay from a guy in South Florida. He sent it to me, and it matches up really nice. I kind of just mocked it up there right now so I can kind of see. I compared the two last night, and they look very good. It's almost a perfect match, so if not perfect match. So I'm happy with that, how that's turning out. At least something's going right. Excuse me. So you can see that nice flare there. And yeah, so let's see what else. Got me a new tool. I've been needing to get one of these anyways for a while. Taking these spot welds out, drilling them and everything. It's a very tedious process, and but I found that if you can get to it, you can take your grinder and grind it, just grind it all down, and then you use this. Man, you need one of these right here. This is an air hammer with the chisel on the end. And I sharpened this. I put it in this vice grip, and I used the grinder, and I sharpened this to where it's a very sharp edge to it, and it just cuts. It works really good getting those spot welds out and it doesn't destroy the back metal. I mean, if you're careful. If you're not careful, yeah, you're gonna destroy something. But like, here's how thick the edge is, you know, on this chisel. But you can see I sharpened it pretty good there. See, that's it's gonna with it that thick, you're gonna have trouble getting in between the metal. All right, here goes the driver's side. I'm going to remove this area right here and one layer off of this window trim, I guess you could say, or frame, excuse me. Let me show you on this the driver's side fender. I took the measurement from here to there, that little indentation there, and you can see right here you have the same deal. It's 2.5 inches, so I cut right there, and you can see there's all this is going to be replaced with the new fender, just like how it was on the passenger side. All this right here. So what I did so far was just ground down the inside right here, try to reveal some spot welds. You can kind of see some right there. There's one right there. They're pretty hard to find on this car. A lot of other cars, the spot welds are just real blatant, but this one they're kind of hidden, but you know they're there. So instead of drilling out every single one of them, what I did was I just took a grinder disc and just went inside, ground it down. I'll probably have to do it again because I don't think I got deep enough. And instead of coming from the front, you can't really get behind anything. If you go here, you're going to damage the part that you want to keep, which is this part, which is this area right here. We want to keep this, and that's just glue, it's not rust. So in order to get that off, I cut this quarter panel to get to the back side here, going this way, like that. And let's just see how it works out here. Just like that. pretty rusted. Kind of see the movement there. Well, right there it's kind of just disconnecting a little bit up top. So now I got to just kind of work my way down.